Hi everybody, Caffeine Fox here. I am joined here today by...
Soup!
He's Campbell's Soup. Or Progresso. What are you?
No, it can't. My last name's Campbell, so I'm Campbell's. Don't hit me with that Progresso bull.
Oh my goodness. Would you say it's a catastrophe if something bad were to happen today? If I didn't tell the truth to you, would I be lying?
Your pun game is terrible and it makes me drink.
Oh no. Alright, so in this episode, we're going to be covering what our worst con experiences are.
Best!
Best.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say...
Mother trucker, do you whoop?
Don't interrupt me!
We have Zeek from the previous episode.
What are you doing?
And he's having some technical difficulties.
I guess. I would have to say that my best con experience would be this past year at Anthrocon when I got so drunk that I tore a sink off the wall.
Oh my goodness, you're like the fluffy Hulk. Do you know that?
I really am. I never really got any breakfast, didn't really have much of a lunch, and so as soon as we get to the hotel, we start unpacking everything. We got tons of alcohol, tons and tons of alcohol. You know, we got our suits, we got our clothes, everything like that.
Speaking of alcohol, I can smell the Angry Orchard through your muzzle right now. Alright, so for those of you in the audience, it is literally smelling like...
Smell it.
Apples.
I can't...
It smells like apples.
Gosh.
It smells like apples.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lion apples.
This is some amazing single malt Scotch whiskey.
God, they keep interrupting me. So we get there and we get everything unpacked. So of course, I start drinking. I really hadn't had anything to eat. So that's mistake number one. So fast forward after a few shots, after a few Angry Orchards, and there's a 7-Eleven right next to the DoubleTree. So me and a buddy go there. I get a couple slices of pizza and I get a big gulp of Dr. Pepper. Well,
a couple slices of pizza. You gotta say it with the inflection.
You got the pizza!
Nobody touched me.
Got the pizza!
Nobody touched my spaghetti. I got the pizza. I scarfed those bad boys down and I drank a little bit of the Dr. Pepper and added Jack to it and filled it the rest of the way up. Me and a few buddies end up going down to the riverfront, and I'm hammered at this point, just hammered. I see a few friends, and my buddy has a flask, and he says, "Soup, do you want a shot?" And I'm like, "Of course I want a shot." That was good. Now we head back to the Omni. My buddy, whatever he had in his flask, he pretty much lines up shot glasses. Don't even know what it is, but it's so good. Enough to where I kept drinking, and I was so loud that it was my fault that we got the noise complaint. We got a noise complaint. The guy came up and said, "Hey, y'all gotta shut stuff down."
Wow. It just sounded like a bunch of animals making noise in a hotel room. I'd be concerned too if that happened.
We all decide, alright, it's time for bed. So I've got like a 4 or 5 block walk to the DoubleTree from the Omni Hotel. I'm hammered at this point. And so I get down to the lobby, I come to the first pair of doors, locked. I'm like, oh boy. I come up to another pair of doors, which might have been the same pair of doors as the first one. Locked. I'm like, so I end up going to like the front desk guy and I'm like, alright, sir, how do I get out of here and which way to the DoubleTree? And the guy was like, exits that way, DoubleTree's that way.
You make it seem like this guy had been dealing with furries all night, like it was a fur con or something. Dealing with animals is hard work.
Really is. I don't know how I got back to my room. I don't know how I even remembered my room number. I don't remember any of that. I really don't.
Oh my goodness.
So it was a fun night until I woke up. The sink was hanging off the wall. What happened was, I was like, alright, I need to get up, I'm done, I need to go to bed. So I was looking around trying to help myself off the floor. And I was like, so I reached up, I grabbed it, and I yanked. And it's not meant to hoist a 210-pound man, I guess, so.
A cat, technically.
Yeah, a 210-pound cat.
So, would you say at that con you got a chance to do everything and the kitchen sink?
Oh, jeez.
I'm getting in the middle.
Oh my god.
Baby, come back.
I'm getting a
Don't you blame it.
No.
Oh my god.
Baby, come back.
So Zeke, what kind of crazy con stories do you have?
So some crazy con stories. Fortunately, a lot of them were alcohol induced.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Oh, good. Just continue.
No.
Alright.
I didn't do anything.
I was having issues with my claw, so
Hi, loud car out there. Thank you.
I decided to get extremely drunk.
What a shot.
And I was walking around with this really, I'd say, cute guy. Like, I'm having a good night.
Oh my.
And this guy was just like, hey, do you know who that person is? I'm like, no, I don't bleeping care. That person can bleep the bleep, 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 bleep. I just basically cussed this person out. I had no idea who this person was.
Thank you for saving me the trouble of having to edit that out.
I know.
See, I make you work for it.
Shush. I'm saying this like directly at this person, and it's just like this lady. I just like in my mind had no idea who this was, and all of a sudden the head of security is just like right there, just starts berating and yelling at me. Little did I know, I just cussed out the guest of honor, who runs a tiger charity.
No.
This whole tiger charity organization.
Pro tip, whenever you go to a convention, just don't cuss out the guest of honor. It's always a bad idea.
Especially when the guest of honor isn't a furry.
That is, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
He's not the smartest.
And I just like all of a sudden heard the words guest of honor. I was like, oh my gosh. I just get on my knees and start begging for her forgiveness.
Did a ray of light come down from the ceiling?
In my mind it did. I could see out of the corner of my eyes, my friends, including my now husband, just walking past, look at me, and just start walking as quick as possible.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm just on my knees, just like, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I kind of remember just like her looking down on me and to be like, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
That's kind of what it felt like.
I forgive you.
You get a muffled clap for that.
I ended up like teleporting around, ended up back in my room. I literally just like stood, there was two beds, stood in the middle area, dove over one of the beds, like swan dove straight into a radiator unit, smashed my head right into the radiator because I bounced off the inflatable bed that I was sleeping on, straight into the radiator unit.
Nation's finest.
And I'm sitting there like laying on the ground, like what just happened?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I screamed for what we'll call him P. I screamed for a friend. I was like, where's P? And they were like, oh, P's not in here. I'm like, I know he is. I just took my wallet and just chucked it from like the side of the bed, like where I can't see anybody, and hit him.
Oh my gosh. That's the greatest Home Depot commercial I've ever seen. You're like, oh hey, that radiator's on sale. Let's dive head first into that savings.
And then
We're not actually sponsored by Home Depot.
Yeah, sorry.
TM.
We're too fluffy for them. Sorry, Home Depot.
Yeah.
apparently my adventures that night were so extravagant. The actual head of the con roundabout mentioned me in the closing ceremonies because my adventures were just so extravagant and stupid that it needed to be mentioned at the closing ceremonies.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna be like a children's storybook sometime. It's gonna be called See Zeke Run into the radiator. Alright, so if I had to pick a really crazy thing that happened to me at a con, it would have to be when I went to Anime Central over in Chicago. So we were carrying this alcohol. It had to weigh about, oh my gosh, are you funny? It weighed about 50 pounds. So we go to like the wrong hotel about 7 or 8 times.
So your story's alcohol induced too.
It is. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be ironic if the furries start the next prohibition?
I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked.
So after going to the wrong hotel multiple times, I'm waiting in front of the elevator and I have somebody in a Sailor Moon costume who's like, did not have a Sailor Moon voice.
He or she?
I'm gonna tell you. They look inside of my Tupperware and they say, hey, that looks like a lot of good alcohol. That Sailor Moon was soliciting me for alcohol.
Would you say Sailor Moon was very Sugoi?
Yes.
As long as he was Sugoi, that's awesome.
Totemo Sugoi. Alright, thank you everybody for watching this episode. Thank you, Soup and Zeke, for coming on.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yay!
Thank you. You get a hug like you always do when you bring me on.
Hooray!
I'd hug you, but he's in the way, so I can't.
Now kiss.
Oh my gosh.
I'm out.
Oh no. If you guys have any ideas for future videos, let me know in the comment section below. And hopefully I can make that happen. Hopefully. I hope.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.